What up? I'm Ben Freeman from freemanpedia.com, and this is SAQs Day. This is where I take some of the AP World History Modern SAQs from released exams and break them down with you with a few tips and tricks along the way. Today we turn to the 2021 exam, and more specifically, the third SAQ. At this point, you should be good on how the SAQ works, so you know that you're going to have a choice between the third and the fourth SAQ, so you wouldn't necessarily have had to have written this third SAQ. You could have very easily gone to this other one down here at the bottom. But that question's later in the course. We'll come back to that on some future SAQs Day. Rule number 1, focus the lens. Right on the exam. I keep stressing that, but you really should. It's really going to help you. Don't underline the word one. It's not going to get you anything. But in 2021, the College Board got really cute. They underlined it for you. 2 identifies, 1 explain. Classic. But look, political systems. Think governments and what they do, diplomacy, laws, wars, that kind of stuff. So something that stayed the same politically, something that changed politically, and a continuity that influenced the development of the global economy. All right, we're focused. Let's check the stimulus. It's the third SAQ. Ain't no stimulus. No help from the stimuli. Let's look at the prompt. A wants a continuity in their political system, in the Chinese political system from 1200 to 1750. So what stayed the same in their government? For this one, I go super easy. They're a dynastic empire. They have an emperor who has ruled over an empire, whether it's the same dynasty or not, whatever. But that dynastic empire thing that they have going on in China until 1911, that is a political continuity. Also, from 1200 to 1750, that's a long range. But Confucianism was their guiding principle. And I hear you nerds, it was Neo-Confucianism. If you just said Confucianism here, you'd have been fine. B, a change in their political system. So a change in the political system. The easiest bit here is that although they are a dynastic system, the actual dynasties are changing, and who's in charge of China changes. The Ming kicked out the Mongols. The Manchus kicked out the Ming. And really, any change the Manchus brought, most famously the lowest hanging fruit here would probably be the banner system, which is what they used to organize everything. Finally, C, and this is the toughest bit. Plus, it's an explain, which requires more effort anyway. So how did a Chinese continuity, something that stayed the same in China, how did that influence global economic development? Ouch, that is tough. Depending on where you are in the year, you may have already know that the Chinese were obsessed with silver. Like, they demanded all taxes and payments to be in silver. So their love of silver definitely increased global economic development. Think of the flow of global silver from mines like Potosi in Latin America or from Japan. And the Chinese dynasties that we said in A was a continuity. It's okay to reuse that here. They demanded tribute and restricted trade. That's affecting global economics, right? Remember, the Chinese initially only allowed foreign trade in a few places in a few specific cities. It's not until after the Opium Wars and the open door policy and all the stuff that comes with that in Unit 6 that China truly begins to open up to more trade. So that's 2 ways a Chinese continuity influenced global economic development. But dude, letter C is about as tough as you're gonna get on an SAQ. Like, I do this for a living, so I look at a bunch of these. That's a tough one. Like, that's for you to have 3 minutes, no stimulus, to get that, that's a pretty specific thing. So if that's one you're like, I just zoned out on, I don't get it, that's fine. That's why they give you 3 SAQs to do with 3 parts each, because that's a tough one. All right, that was the 2021 Chinese Continuities SAQ. Next time we are jumping back to pre-pandemic times in 2019 to look at the elites. So I'll see you next SAQs Day to look at the new elites that arose from 1750 to 1900.